Just a day after April Fool's Day, Hornby decide to release the TT120 2024 announcement, and they're going to show you some new items in the Hornby TT range. You knew I was going to do this video, didn't you? Because I've gone and bought some petrol, got the matches, and we're going to roast this one. Now before I begin, every time I do a video which is even just slightly criticising the Hornby TT scale, I get a whole raft of crack TT scale keyboard warriors leaving comments below my video or across various random forums on the internet telling everybody how wrong I am about this stuff. Usually it goes along the lines of TT being so good because it's just the perfect size, because of course TT equals tabletop, and end gauge is too small, and double O they don't have the space, so this is just a perfect scale in between the two. Now I just recently did a video where I was fitting some LED lights into an HO scale baggage car, and I had to solder in extra pickup wires into the bogies to make that work. That was fiddly as hell, and while doing it I almost had a chewing the fat style rage moment with this baggage car, and it almost ended up thrown against the wall because it was so fiddly and annoying. Now I reckon all these perfect size TT warriors haven't actually gone ahead and tried to do any modifications to their locomotives or rolling stock, and if they did they might find out that this isn't actually the perfect scale, or maybe they'll have more patience than me, who knows. So all you TT G.I. Joes out there, get ready in the comments below this video because I'm about to get right into this one. So Mike's on the duties again, spends a lot of time in front of the camera. He's getting pretty good at it, I have to say, and he starts off by announcing that this is going to be the last TT announcement because they're going to can this range at the end of the year. So if you remember this picture that I put out onto Instagram, and if you betted 2 on this, then you are a winner! I got you. They didn't actually announce that. What they did start off with is a train set. It's the new Intercity 125 high-speed train pack. So here you get 2 Class 43s, which we've seen before, and 2 coaches as well, which we've seen before. And you also get some track and a controller and bits and pieces. And this is DC powered, and it's coming in at under £250 for the set. Sounds pretty good, but you can actually get this in 00 scale HST train set for under £160. So you're paying around £90 more for a smaller train. It just seems the wrong price. I think if this was £160 it would be a great introduction to the scale, but then it seems that everybody that's into TT has just got far too much money, so this wouldn't be a problem for them. But they also have a digital version with sound that they're announcing here. It comes in at £90 more than the DC one, so it's starting to get really expensive at just under £340. That's a lot of money for a starter set. Anyway, on to the next thing. So they start talking about the J50 and the history of each of the 3 different liveries that they're releasing in this video, and it's so boring. Who's actually interested in an old steam locomotive from years ago? So they've got 3 liveries on this one, £140 for a non-digital locomotive, and you know they're going to do a whole bunch of different liveries on this one. It's got a lot of potential, I have to say, and it looks not too bad, but it wouldn't be the first choice. Why not a Ginty? So next up there's 2 livery variations on the 12-ton tank wagon. It's a model they've already released, and it's just 2 different variations on livery on this one. Not a bad looking wagon, but this isn't really anything new. And then on to the next one, which is a container wagon. Very handy if you've bought the Class 66 locomotive. Now you've got some modern image wagons to run. This has actually got a die-cast chassis, which is quite interesting, and it looks pretty good, I have to admit. The next part, they announced that they're going to do a Class 37 in TT scale. Now I would have thought this would have been the first thing that they would have done instead of a Class 66 or 50. The 37, obviously very popular. We've got Louis doing this section, and he's rivaling Mike on the presentation skills, but some of the audio is pretty poor in this section. Maybe you need a better mic here, Hornby. But Louis goes on at length to talk about the 37 and what it's like. We all know about that, and there's no indication of when this is going to come out. It did mention that it's still got to go to China for some tooling, so don't hold your breath. However, I would suspect there's going to be loads of different liveries on this one. It certainly looked like that from the teaser shots. So next up is a new Pullman car that they're adding into the range. It's the first class kitchen, and they've got 2 different versions of this. They've already released the Pullman carriages, so this is just an additional one for that. It doesn't actually mention whether this has got lighting or not. I would assume it does. The other ones do for the same price. And this certainly has some really great looks to it, this Pullman carriage. But I would say this is probably not that exciting. It's just a kitchen that you can add on to an already existing train. So then they've got a level crossing, which to me looks a little bit toy-like, and it's certainly not automatic or has any features at all. They also have a range of signals, various ones available. These look okay, but I don't think these are automatic either. And then the star of the show, the isolating fish plates, which they actually go on at length to describe. Dearie me, they're really scraping the barrel here. Anyway, fish plates for $3.49. Great. And then we're back to Mike for the wrap up. And yeah, that was it. And I thought this was going to be something really astounding, but it wasn't. Those fish plates, wow, what a thing. But I did actually like the container wagon with a metal chassis. That's actually quite cool, and I hope that's the direction they're going to take TT, because it would make it certainly feel like more of a premium product. Great to see Louis making a guest appearance and doing his bit about the 37. I reckon that would be a popular locomotive to have, so I hope they get that to market pretty quickly. But overall, I think this is a bit of a dull release, and there wasn't anything really inspiring. Anyway, that's my take on the TT April announcement. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. I'd love to hear what your views are. That's it for this video though. Thanks for watching. See ya!